Do you ever feel like your daily coffee habit is secretly running you into the ground? You're not imagining it. That extra cup or two might be doing more than giving you a quick energy boost. It could be wearing you out in ways you wouldn't expect. In this video, we're discussing the surprising link between caffeine and adrenal fatigue. By the end of this video, you'll understand how caffeine might be the culprit behind your constant tiredness. Keep watching. I'll reveal how it all ties together and what you can do about it. Let's talk about why caffeine feels like a lifesaver when you're running on empty. Caffeine blocks a chemical in your brain called adenosine, the one that makes you feel sleepy. That block lights up your central nervous system and sets off your adrenal glands, which start pumping out adrenaline and cortisol, which are your body's stress hormones. It's why you feel so awake and focused after that cup of coffee. But there's a price. Your body thinks it's in fight or flight mode, even when there's no real danger. That's where the trouble starts. Now, here's where things get tricky. Normally, your body produces cortisol in a natural rhythm. It's high in the morning and tapers off as the day goes on. But when you're drinking caffeine all day long, this rhythm gets messed up. Caffeine causes cortisol to spike at the wrong times, keeping you wired when you should be winding down. Ever wonder why you can't fall asleep after a 3 p.m. coffee? And the kicker? This disrupts your sleep cycle, leaving you even more tired the next day. So, what do? Reach for more caffeine, of course. See the problem? Let's get into adrenal fatigue. Some doctors say it's not a real diagnosis, but people are experiencing the symptoms for a reason. The idea is that after too much stress, from caffeine, bad sleep, or just life in general, your adrenal glands get overworked. They're constantly being triggered to produce cortisol, and over time, they just don't keep up. You might feel drained, crave sugar or salt, or rely on stimulants like caffeine to get through the day. Sound familiar? It's not that your adrenals are broken, it's more about how they're being pushed to the limit by chronic stress and lifestyle habits. Here's the controversy. Many endocrinologists argue that adrenal fatigue isn't an official diagnosis. They say the symptoms are real, but come from stress, poor sleep, or diet, not from the adrenal glands failing. In their view, the term adrenal fatigue oversimplifies a complex issue. But whether or not it's an accepted medical term, the fact remains: too much caffeine paired with stress takes a toll on your body. What if you're already feeling the effects? Don't worry, I've got some practical tips to help you cut down on caffeine and reset your system. We'll get to that in just a minute. So, why does caffeine make things worse? When you're under chronic stress or not taking care of your health, your adrenal glands are already working overtime. Throw excessive caffeine into the mix, and you're constantly forcing your adrenals to keep producing stress hormones. Over time, this can leave you feeling even more tired, anxious, and dependent on that next cup of coffee. Think of it like revving an engine without ever letting it rest. You're eventually going to burn out. And that burnout, that's what we commonly associate with adrenal fatigue. Now, how do you fix this? The solution isn't just about cutting out caffeine cold turkey, though it wouldn't hurt. It's about taking a more holistic approach to managing your stress and energy levels. Start by dialing back your caffeine intake gradually. Switching to green tea or decaf in the afternoon can help. Next, Focus on getting quality sleep. The less you rely on caffeine to mask your tiredness, the more your natural cortisol rhythm can reset. Add in some stress management techniques like meditation or regular walking to keep those adrenal glands from going into overdrive. The goal is balance both for your body and your caffeine habit. So the next time you reach for that third cup of coffee, think about what your body really needs: less stress, more rest, and maybe a little less caffeine. Thanks for watching. If you're feeling like caffeine might be playing a bigger role in your fatigue than you thought, it might be time to rethink that next coffee run. Remember, it's not just about energy in the moment, it's about how you feel in the long run. And if you're curious about more ways to boost your energy naturally, hit subscribe. You won't want to miss what's coming next.